Fuck.
Well,
Okay.
you know this. Like, see, this is like a common thing. Like, men are always like, I know you don't like this question. So why do guys want to know how old a woman is? Like,
So,
people always say it's just like, I'm just creating conversation, but there's a million questions I know you want to ask me outside of how old I am. Like, outside the fact that, like, legal age, right? Like, okay, she's like,
oh yeah, that,
old
yeah, of
enough to,
course.
like, I could be talking to her in this type of way. Like, I get that part, but, like, why? What does it matter?
How many answers do you want for that?
As many as you'd like to
Go
give.
ahead. The most
Okay,
truthful ones first.
I'll give you the first cop out answer. It depends. Well, I just gave you that. Number two is he just likes younger women, honestly. If you're like
Leonardo
29.
DiCaprio.
But what are we doing? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, okay, I understand liking younger women. Like, if you see a younger woman and you're an older guy and you're like, I'm attracted to her, I want to be with her, that's great. But if you're like, oh, how old are you? Oh, you're not. No, I can't be with you because you're too old now. Like, you were attracted to me like 5 seconds ago. You were so down. I was young enough. I was hot enough. I was interesting enough until like this thing I have no
Yeah.
control over when I was born got brought up. You know?
Yeah, bringing out an arbitrary number until like, oh,
Yeah.
29 years. That's when you came out the womb.
Yeah. I have no control over that. Is that really that interesting? Like, okay.
Something I've noticed with guys, like when I first moved to Vegas, like I'm very nice, and I guess a lot of the girls here aren't. I don't know, I'm still learning Vegas culture, but guys will be like, you must be young. You haven't been jaded by the world yet. And by the world, I want to know, do those men mean by other men that weren't treating you correctly? Like, what do you mean? You haven't been jaded by the world. Okay, so who did you fuck with? And now she's jaded by the world. If a dude asked me that, I immediately, that's like 10 red flags right there. I think I'm out.
So you're referring to like when a dude asks you that, right? Or
Yeah,
a girl,
well,
or either
women
or.
don't really say that. It's
Yeah, of
usually
course, of
men
course.
that are like, you've been jaded by the world. I've heard that so many times.
Really?
Yeah. Not about me personally, but they'll say like other women, like I like you because you're fun and you haven't been jaded by the world yet. And it's
Okay.
like, okay, so you're toxic. Got it. So don't say that. Take that off your vocabulary sheet. Phrases.
Unfortunately, it's not gonna be gone forever.